Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ottoman campaign, where I'm still alive, and I'm joined by Peri.
Who's also still alive, so not being mauled by Europe. Hi.
It was just a small war.
You met everyone east of France.
Pretty much. But
And
now
like
I have no coalition. Good.
That's what you want us to think. So I had a small number of chips earlier, and those were very good. The problem is they're salty, so now I kind of want something sweet to offset that. So now I have some M&Ms. Yes, I will probably go to the grave early, but I will have done so having M&Ms.
Where did my neighbor... That's one, that's the other one.
So yeah, I'm currently annexing my big vassal, which will actually get me into Bengal. I am sitting on some wealth generation just for the sake of sitting on wealth generation. I should probably start refurbishing my armies, because right now my armies are 3 cavalry, 3 artillery, and 9 infantry, and I should probably balance that out a bit more. I'm thinking 5 artillery, 5 infantry, and 2 cavalry.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention right now. I'm sorry. Trying to rebuild, so to speak. Get my bearings again.
So for those of you at home paying attention, I'm actually playing a solo game with Keb also here. As for how we're doing this, I have no idea.
So I have a few loans to deal with, so yeah.
If you want any advice on loans, let me know. I am an expert on them. No idea how to get rid of them, but I'm an expert on getting them.
Only 4,000 ducats or so. And my goodness, what happened to... What did you do?
Ray, the next time someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
On the bright side, now that Tunis decided to abandon me, they got completely destroyed by their neighbors. So that means they're small enough now. So they might actually...
You can go pick up, beat them up.
Yeah, no, I can just make them a vassal, I think. But first I want to make the other guy my vassal, the rival. So yeah, I'll get this done. And I had a problem with states, I think. That was what I was doing when this big war started.
Well, as Martin would say, look before you yump.
No. Have to jump in with both feet.
Okay. Well, you shouldn't judge him that much.
So
see, that's what... Go ahead.
Do I want more states in Europe, or do I want more states in... yeah, I don't know.
You know what I was doing for states earlier?
No. Probably something smart.
I said that rhetorically as a lead-in to me explaining, but thank you very much. You sick bastard. What I went to do is I went to the ledger, and it's on page 7, it's states and territories, and then I just sorted by development. And started scrolling down and looked for the first territory I had with or the highest developed territory I had. And I actually had one that was very high developed, but it was still a territory, so converting it over generated a fair amount of income just with that. So that was my way of differentiating between what to yab and what not to yab.
Well, thank you. That was actually quite useful tip.
You're welcome.
Tune in
next week. Tune in next week where I do a colonoscopy of an elephant live. Wait, what? Why does the attrition on my neighboring territories suck?
Well, they do say that you should never fight a land war in Arabia.
Asia.
Oh, sorry, my brain not function.
Did you go up against a Sicilian when death was on the line?
What?
Did you go up against a Sicilian when death was on the line? What's the other part of the quote?
I have no idea, because I have no idea where that's from.
Princess Bride.
Remember that discussion we had between episodes earlier? I don't know all memes.
Apparently I wasn't. Apparently the me that was there wasn't there, so I have no idea. See what I have to work with, folks? Does it? So, for example, Oirat to the north of me has a supply limit of only 15, 14, basically, so I'm hesitant to build my armies much larger than that.
Let's see now, okay.
And then let's see, I can support 94,000 troops.
Aragon is being destroyed by France.
Bad news to Western Europe. If you're in Western Europe, you are going to be destroyed by France.
At the moment, yeah. That is the only one that could possibly stand a chance against them is Austria or Bohemia. Bohemia has actually grown quite large.
Well, yeah, but you ripped the heart out of its nemesis, so it's going to fill that void. And no, I wasn't using any memes there. You're safe. I promise you're safe. Put the knife down.
As long as you don't say the axe.
Oh, I'd never asked you to do that. Oh, we're pushing the 12-hour mark on Stellaris at this point. I think the insanity should be going through the roof.
What part of insanity?
Well, if you've noticed the forums the last couple of days, the quality of conversation has declined precipitously. The amount of... Put it this way, there's been so much whining going on in the forums that France might have to file a trade suit with Sweden for illegally dumping wine on the internet.
To be fair, it's the same thing before every new game. Every time a game is about to release, the appropriate channels for it is flooded with complaints about things that, oh, you didn't design it exactly like I wanted the game to be. I'm seeing the same thing with a few other games that are about to be released.
What? Such as?
One of them is Transocean 2. They have had a huge amount of, well, negative posts on their forums lately.
Well, that's because half the people that went to Transocean 2 thought when there was a game about shipping, it was more about Japanese high school romances. Senpai noticed me Transocean 2.
Yeah. The main reason they're complaining now is because the game has been... It seems to have been focused considerably more towards multiplayer. And to the point where there isn't any single-player game left.
That doesn't seem overly wise.
I don't know. I haven't actually. I don't know what the final product is like, so I'm trying to reserve judgment until the game is published, which is in a week or two, I think. But it's getting a lot of pepper because people think that there's no game there. But in all fairness, the first edition of the first game was a bit peculiar.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about it.
It's a nice enough game, but the system they designed, it does not scale.
A gilded pagoda. Melt it! Sorry, you were saying. Who needs an economy? I'm just melting down temples.
Pagoda. Oh, yeah, that's another event, I suppose, that's tied to the faction of yours?
Yes. And I just got 380 gold out of it. Each, depending on which faction I allowed to dispose of the pagoda, it changes what it is. If I let the bureaucrat faction use it as a training and testing center, I get like 40 admin power.
Okay, I've upped all the territories, I think, and we're... Yeah. Oh, it feels good to be done with that war.
You're only saying that because you were staring down the barrel of the entirety of Eastern Europe.
Don't forget Bremen. That was the deadliest thing in the whole thing. Bremen and Salzburg.
It is definitely tough to forget them. Actually, I was cut the stack of gold and immediately went back into my saving to pay off loan mode. But it's like I'm retooling my army. I should probably focus on that. Since my manpower is recovered and my army is recovered.
Well, I got one subject anyway, new subject. Of course, I cannot vassalize them before... What just happened? Oh, Ethiopia collapsed, I think. Yep. Ethiopia collapsed.
Oh, that's good.
So they won't westernize. But Persia westernized and Georgia westernized. Crimea, oh you're right, they own your provinces. Got, ooh, another one I might actually subjugate. I can't even pronounce it, I'm sorry. Gazi Kumuk. That's where Azerbaijan today are, I think. That area. That little state is willing to become my vassals if I can overcome the relationship malice. A project to do. Oh right, and I forgot there are smaller... all the small nations that... Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just talking to myself, sorry.
That's fine.
The Ethiopian breakup that opened up a few avenues of expansion. Why are they... Oh, they're in the Muslim group, okay. I just need more diplomats. I think Adair better. Need more diplomats. On the bright side, by the time the truce with all of those coalition members expire, they should be below the threshold of joining.
Well, you hope.
Yeah, I hope. In Austria won't be, but
Ooh.
the others are already far below it, actually. Yeah, so I'll have a coalition of Austria and the Mamluks, probably. But since this was a white piece, so the piece shouldn't be very long. I still have a 4,000 ducats of loans to repay, though.
That's painful. I mean, what size is each individual loan?
The cheapest one is at 780 ducats, and on the high end is 840.
That's not easy to get out of.
Yeah. I cut army maintenance to the floor, so I'm making 20 ducats a month now.
I've got my army maintenance to the floor and I'm making 2.
Well, I don't have an army, so... Oh, and Aragon lost, of course.
Yeah, my army's up to 81,000.
And that was interesting. France actually, rather than take territory from themselves, they made Aragon return territory to others.
That's unusual.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing, but it's unusual.
Your income is just around the same as France at this point. But again, it's the autonomy floor that ruins everything for you.
I mean, you're crushing it on income.
Yeah. Korea has a bigger army than me now.
Korea has 1/5 your income.
Yes, of course, I lost one of my navies. Is this the one? Yeah, that's the one. Submission, Protectorate, Crimea. I need more diplomats.
I need more dots. Ooh, I finally have a 6th army built.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes. Well, I guess it's technically more of an army corps, but... Yes, poor government policies, I understand. I understand.
What's a little stability?
I'm not even teasing along the borders with that one. I've played enough Ming games where the whole thing falls apart simply because of that. So I built up my army, minimum army maintenance, and I'm actually now losing money because of it.
Artillery is expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, goody! France decided it was time to conquer Austria.
Well, something woke their AI up,
French conquest of Freigrafschafts.
isn't it?
Or French Comte. Or whatever you call that province.
Yeah, I've always thought of it as French Comte. Have a look at it.
Yeah, they have no one to save them. France is alone though. So it's France versus Austria, the Knights, Mecklenburg, Frankfurt, Switzerland, and Danzig.
Let's see.
Poland and Lithuania will become quite the monster when they form the Commonwealth. Though they have to have... To form the Commonwealth, they have to own Danzig, don't they?
I do not know. Remember, you're the one that memorizes the events. I just played a game.
Yeah, I actually never played Poland, so I don't know.
Hey, I solved a mini problem. I had a level 2 advisor for the missionary bonus, but I've run out of provinces to missionary. And yes, that's a new word, folks.
Yay! 1 loan down, 3 to go.
This is my envious face. Not to be confused with my hate-bearing face. Yeah, I think I am safer going and destroying to the north than picking on Thai. I think Oriret needs to die.
Well, back to what you were talking, or rather you were talking about, why I was a bit preoccupied on army compositions.
Yes.
Let's see if I can find the...
I mean, I've looked at the wiki page before lots of times.
Yeah, but for me, it's generally decided by the combat width. You want your... you want as much infantry in the front row. That's the combat width -2, I think. Or +2, depending on whether or not you want some reassurance. And then you want 2 or 4 cavalry for flanking. And then your entire combat with artillery at the back row. Of course.
Yeah, but that's a late game strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Because roughly half of that it tends to be a good stack in the early game.
Because
so
right now, oh, go ahead.
So you still build that kind of army, and then you just split it in 2.
That's basically what I've been building. Tickled. My combat width right now is actually 9. So my army is 6 infantry, 6 artillery, and 3 cavalry.
My combat width is 27.
Yeah, mine is 9.
Good grief.
And then I'm fighting in areas where so many areas where the combat width is halved.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Ooh. Oh, yes, that war with Oirat's coming sooner rather than later. I just rolled a new general. Yanzi Zheng. 5222.
That is pretty sweet.
With 6 artillery per division.
So, to give an illustration of how badly things are going for Austria at the moment,
Yeah.
Ravensburg just declared war on them.
Who?
Ravensburg.
It's what I thought you said. It's just you don't hear Ravensburg and declared war in this game very often.
Yeah, so that's aren't they? Yeah, they're a free city usually. Aren't they a free city now?
I haven't looked. Maybe.
Trying to see where. No, they're not. They're actually a monarchy. Okay.
I'll look at. I mentioned my joy of having a cat for a pet. Something that desperately wants attention at all the time, and as soon as I attempt to give it attention, it wants to leave.
Well, it got your attention. Now it doesn't need you anymore.
Ooh. Dai Viet's taking on the Monster Coalition in the south.
Nice knowing them.
Well, but they're doing it the smart way because they're attacking that long Lanzhang on their border. That country has refused to ally Ayutthaya, so it has no allies available. Come here, little fleet. Thank you, little fleet. Let's see. 10, 13. I should start unbalancing East Asia and start building heavy ships.
That was what I was doing before I collapsed into debt here.
Well, didn't Aragon assist you by also putting a bunch of your navy to the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, they did. And they're suffering for it. Oh, well. As long as I don't have a border with France. They're now the big and scary ones.
They are the ogre for the setting.
They're allied to Milan at this point, so I'm glad they weren't allied to Milan earlier. That could have been ugly. You know, Milan that attacked me with a whole coalition.
You mean the Milan that decided to come visit Constantinople and invite everyone?
It was a big party. Big friendly party.
Oh, good. That's one of the best broadcasts I've ever watched. So you can't do anything more than generate a smile for me in bringing it up.
Mission accomplished then.
Let's see. I'll leave one army in the south.
No, right. That's of course.
I think it is time to push the borders away from Beijing again. But that is something for another time. And so, reached another. Oh, I believe it's your turn to lead us out. So, Keb, take us home.
Well, I guess that's it for this episode. We'll see you again next time.
Have a good night, folks.